the Carolina Rains have arrived as we are inside a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Jones. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's complete to Slayton. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
It's 3rd down.
Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Play action. It's Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Panthers will get the football back.
Brandon, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the three there could come back to haunt them later on.
Here we go. He's checking, he's checking. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That catch good for only a couple. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Escaping the pressure right. Now the ball comes loose. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense.
Mike Evans, he's going to go. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Mike Evans, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3. 3 down, 3 down. 18,
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
26 mark.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down at the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Panthers 7, Eagles nothing.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Strip that ball. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Man, that's trash. Cut my team. Cut my team. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. 26 Mike.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 yards on the play, first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
26 Mike. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Record. 70 range.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Jerry Hughes on the tackle. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The fullback won, and he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And an Eagle first down.
There we go. What? 280.
They go play action with Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Catch made by Slayton. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Play action. Now Wilson. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Make it happen!
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Wilson will throw again. Got a man, Slayton. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Line number 10.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 27-yard line.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now it's Breida. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. They'll set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 42. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. It's our time. 26 Mike, pick it up, guys, pick it up.
They go counter with Breida. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Zerline's kick is up and through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
24 is the mark. There you are. 24 is the mark. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. April. We own them. We own them. 24 is the mark.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Eagles 1st down.
Off the play fake. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run again with Breida. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone.
26 Mike. I'm coming after you. 26 Mike. 6 man.
Forced out to his left. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Throwing on second down. Wilson. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
For Darius Slayton, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Wilson now. Off play action. Throw left side taken in by Slayton. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darius Slayton with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Butker now to add the extra point. The rain making this treacherous, but the extra point is good, and with it, it'll give them the lead. And we're back now in Charlotte, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Butker now to kick this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Back at the 34-yard line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Jeff Okudah. Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick-6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got Evans. Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Carolina. Mike Evans, 88 yards. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. 15 yards on the play. First down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
36-yard. I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. This is Breida. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
3rd and 7.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They run with Breida. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From just inside the 20, a short kick. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Carter, you remember back in the first half when you talked about them passing up on the 3 when they went for it on fourth down?
And it changes your options, doesn't it? Because if they took the 3 there, we've got a tie ball game on our hands, and maybe they're thinking on this drive absolutely changes.
Yeah, you talked about filing that play away for later. Now we resurface it. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now when they're...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The 45-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluded, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Taken down and sacked. A big loss on the play. Brings up...
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Panthers, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.